Yeah, crazy. Mhm. Yeah. Hey, guys. My battery just died on me. As you know, as I've said before, I'll always pop up and get lost and pop up and get lost. So today I've got something to share with you guys. As I have said that 2020 has been a very interesting year for me. And yeah, it has been, I don't know how it has been for you, but for me, 2020 has been one of those years where I'm thinking to myself, my God, what a growth, what a year that had pushes into growth, understanding that there's more into life than just us being thinking that thinking that it's only us that matters, and all this entitlement and all these tantrums, and not really realizing that we've got spirits and the spirit needs to grow, and we are not here to stay. This is not our home. Sometimes this comforts that we have created as human society has really confused us, because we think that we've got comfort, we think that we belong here, we think we have landed. And what I have realized in 2020, nobody has landed. Life can be threatened within a blink of an eye. We are always living in a threat. And a threat is that realizing that what do you do with every second and every minute that is given to you? Because of even the life that we are living, it's not ours. We don't know when we're going to die. Coronavirus has been the big teaching for us. It has taught us a lot to realize that every second, it is a second for you to make a choice to grow. So, what has made me grow this year? My God, 2020. I opened my eyes widely, because 2020 has been one of the most biggest lesson I have never thought I would find myself in. I'm still shocked. I'm still puzzled. But I don't think I have landed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm on point here, you guys. I don't think I have landed. And over the years, I have thought that I've landed. I thought I understood. And I thought that I had to protect myself as a Black woman. I thought that I had to always wear this a jacket where I know that I'll be harassed. And because of I was always expecting harassment, I had to create this, I had to wear this mask where if someone was ready to attack, I was ready to fight back to protect myself. And this has always been like that. I mean, I remember entering, we all inherit something as we are born in this world. And all of us, we inherit what we are. Our belief system comes with our makeup. And our makeup comes with voices. Our makeup comes with fingers. Our makeup comes with deep discussions in the day, in the night, in the morning, someone teaching you about what the world is gonna be, and who you gotta be careful of, and who you have to look after, and how you have to behave. And somewhere, somehow, uh, that whatever that they taught you becomes so strong, embedded within yourself, and suddenly you then adopt it as your makeup. And 2020 has taught me that. 2020 had made me aware how much since I was born I've been living in fear. It's incredible. 2020 had made me aware that I was always walking in eggshells. You know the eggshells, how fragile they are. And especially when it comes to racism, I always felt that being Black, it is something of a sense of a struggle that they will come either in silent words, in their laughter, I was always looking for something that was making me feel less of myself. And the more I looked for it, the more I found it. Now, there came 2020. And 2020 put us all in an ice cube. Think of that one ice cube that you take and put to make your drink kind of cold. Imagine the whole world being stuck in that small little ice cube. Either you're black, white, Indian, whatever, whatever. Either you have money or you didn't have money. We all had to go into that box, into that small little ice cube, and look through the frame of the ice tube. And in there, as you were still in there, your heart beating with fear, and say, oh my God, they say we are dying. Who's next? Who's next? And us locking down, finding yourself locked down with only one or two or three or four, not knowing where you're going to get out of that lockdown. Fear came. How am I going to survive? Money. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my money. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my money. Oh my God, I'm not making money. Oh my God, my career. And you had to suddenly listen to all these voices that are going within yourself. Oh my God, the government is in control. Oh my God, they're changing. And the more you went into your mind, the more you realized that you had to give up sense of control. And the more you felt like you were giving up sense of control, there came a stage where you felt like you were a little girl. Suddenly, really having this measurement of where you walk and how far you walk. And normally we could walk wherever we wanted. But even though we were given that space of we could walk wherever we wanted, we were still afraid. This is what I discovered out of 2020. And then on the other hand, I was also challenged. I was challenged with something that I've never thought I would be challenged. As I was looking at coronavirus, kind of to protect myself from so-called people who are the carrier of this thing that can threaten you. Then I didn't go anywhere. But suddenly my atmosphere in my home became a challenge. And every day I would go through this challenge. I would swallow these things and I don't know what they were. I would feel these electrical shocks. This I'm still feeling even today. And then, so now when I was feeling this, I thought to myself, is this what they're talking about? Is this corona? And then there was a point where I thought, my God, I'm going to die. God, I'm going to die. And suddenly I started making peace within myself, saying, you know what? If I'm going to die, let it. And then the next day I'll fight. No, I'm not going to die. This thing is all planned. There's something, going into my mind, fighting and trying to analyze things and finding the way to escape the electrical shock that I'm feeling in my home, trying to escape the bubbles that were in the air, and talking and finding myself as if I was living in this alienated world where I spoke about this thing and nobody understood what I was talking about. As I'm talking to you right now, I'm feeling these electrical shocks in my hands. So suddenly it becomes a norm, but every night I struggle with it. Now, last week I shivered. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and these electrical shocks were everywhere. These bubbles were everywhere. My neck has been a mess. Now it's healing. These things were all over the place, all over my body. And I had to make a huge decision. And the decision was, Carol, you have always lived in fear. You're turning 50 next year. And all your life you have been very terrified, even though you had a space to walk before this coronavirus came, even though you had a fly tickets to travel the world. You have seen so many countries. I don't remember you not being afraid. Firstly, because of being Black woman, always being taught that you're going to be attacked, and then suddenly Black Lives Matters. While you're still looking at these things that you're dealing with, and suddenly you're then thrown into these massive conversations where you had to say your piece, where you had to vomit your piece. And whatever piece that you had to vomit, it is not a piece of today. It's the piece of a little girl hearing stories about what it is to be Black or what it is to be white, and you were given this makeup, and now 2020 suddenly came into a stop and made us to go into the small boxes we own within ourselves, the box of hatred, the box of enviness, the box of feeling like you are, how do you call that? A victim, the box of feeling humiliated, the box of not really knowing your space, the box of fighting with your identity, a box of trying to understand what money is, knowing that you want it so much, knowing that it's something that we all strive to get and strive every day, working so hard, trying to get that piece of paper in our hands so we can feel, so we can live comfortable and living the comfortable life that it's there away from money. And 2020 brought us into that standstill. You know what I mean? Stand still of breaking these boxes, breaking these barriers, and checking what does Black mean? Yes, seeing George Floyd being killed as he was. Now, that was a spiritual shift of this 2020. What is 2020? It is the most significant year I have ever encountered as a being, because it had helped me to stop the tantrums. It has helped me to stand still and just feel me being me, me being me since the day I was born, and just me being a human being walking on this planet, empty, with lack of power, with fear, and with smelling the smell of death, even though death is away from you. But you were pushed to think that it can come to you. And because of you were pushed to the limit of you speaking death, danger, suddenly you went into this child girl within us. So my message is that today, when you think racism it's your problem, I don't think it is really. When you think white people they're your problem, I don't think they are, because most of white people struggle with what we struggle with. The few are celebrating so-called extra comfort, but the mere fact there's no extra comfort, because each and every one of us experience pain one way or the other. Money, it's not something that eliminates pain, because pain is growth. Money, it's not something that eliminates death. Death, it's always with us. Money, it's something that gives you a little bit of spoilness. You become spoiled a little bit and you think you have landed. But none of us has landed in this world. None of us. 2020 was the sign of that. Yes, some people probably had ways in hiding to have a little bit fun away from others. But the mere fact is that life, it's lovely when we're all doing the same thing. This is what I have realized. 2020 said we all enjoy life when we're walking out there without borders and limitations, and screaming with our spoiledness of racism and Black people that, white people that, we have more money, you're poor. We are happy being gullible, as society. And so today, what is my message? Am I not afraid? No, I'm still afraid. I'm still afraid of what's happening because it's not finished. In Belgium, it's a second lockdown. Everybody has to be home at 11 o'clock, but that does not affect me though, because I'm not such a nighty person. What my freedom in this 2020 is breaking the fear. I'm not afraid of a white person. I used to be afraid of white people, silently, even though I hang around with them. And I was afraid of them, not because of me, because of my makeup. My makeup made me believe that they were dangerous. And everything that it's made to be dangerous and you don't know it, you're going into it ready to protect yourself, like this coronavirus. We don't know where it comes from. There's been so many stories around it. Some people say you can have this corona without it, without you having any symptoms. You can have this corona. It comes in different forms. So we are always ready to meet corona. That's racism. Supreme hatred, supremacy, it comes in different colors and different shapes. Black people can be supreme with their beliefs of what is our makeup. The white people can be supreme in what is their makeup. The makeup of hating one another, it is not yours. It is something that you inherited from your school, from your friends, from your belief system of thinking that you're more better than the other. That's the disease that needs to die. We are all highly spiritual beings. We are all highly educated. We are all probably not educated. We are all being trained by the University of Life. We are all being trained by so-called high class education systems. But the end of this is that I'm alive today and I'm a little girl who does not know where to go next, because coronavirus tells me to sit down and stay calm. Corona says, throw out your tantrums. Corona says, speaks what's in your mind. 2020 says, for us to go to a better world, we need to be better. And we need to acknowledge that we haven't grown enough to maturity. We rush into maturity, but are we really matured? That's my question today. What makes me matured? I still have not to enjoy your wine, you know. And is it someone blocking me? Still questions to be asked. Don't blame anyone because of racism. Do your best. And if you meet anger, ask it where it comes from. Because if you're not a part of that anger, the fact that you're Black, it does not mean that you carry all what Black people do. The fact that you're white, it does not mean that you carry all what white people do. Because if you're Chinese, it does not mean that you carry all what the Chinese people do. If someone has done something bad to you, let's not project. So this is 2020 saying, ask yourself, what are you doing in this new world that we are going in? Because it is a new world. I don't even remember. Oh dear, I don't even remember how did 2019 felt. What my electricity remember, my electrical shock, my white vessels remember. It's the resonation of 2020. And 2020 memory, it is the memory that we are moving forward with. 2019, it's the past. Lucky we saw 2019. But 2020, there's a new boss on block. And this new boss says, discover who you are. Forget about your comfortability. Forget about your entitlement. Forget about your complaints. Stop being a victim. Connect. Befriend. Befriend. And when we befriend, let's have a dialogue and communication. Let's teach one another, who are we? Let's touch each other's souls. So Black Lives Matter, that's my point of view as a person who wears black. And when someone looks at me outside, sees me as Black Lives Matters, for me, that's my part of being Black Lives Matter means. That's how I play my part. And telling to you who I am as a member of Black Lives Matters, not in organization, but in being Black, because the fact that I'm Black, one way or the other, those who are watching me would always, put me together with the Black Lives Matter. All life matters. So 2020 says, grow up, love the one you're with, love the one who looks like you. Because remember, the one you're with, as human beings, we are all in one train. And that train is called train of life. All human beings who are in this planet, they all belong in one train, train of death. Some of us, we are given a minute where we all gonna suddenly drop and die at the same second of every minute of every second, and we'll be buried at the same time. So we're all in this thing together, dear people. Racism and all this nonsense, it's just the tantrums of their undeveloped souls that denies to be developed. So let us make 2020 the most powerful year. I'm still researching this 2020. I still don't know. I'm still studying, but it has made me the most happiest girl in town, in the world. My fears of my makeup are gone. Carol, she's refinding herself and realizing that I have never been myself. I have always lived under someone's voice of trying to warn me, trying to tell me what's happening. And the fact that I'm also a traveler, I've traveled the world and I'm still traveling. I'm an explorer. I have different stories and different melodies and different ages and different, I've met different men, different women, different ages, different mom, different dads, and everybody comes with their own beautiful melodies, while some come with their set melodies, while some come with their set melodies, while come judges me because at that moment they are dealing with something. So this is what life is, dear people. Peace, love, be the change you wish to see in the world. And we are all very pretty and beautiful and lovely. And you are my brother, you are my sister, you are my mother, you are my cousin. You just the fact that you're being, you are my being because I'm your being. This is Carol saying one love. This is a Black woman from Black Lives Matters face presentative. I say, when you see me, see a human, not color. Say bye to pigmentation nonsense. One love. Bye for now. Bye. Ciao.